Well, the slot machines inside that building at Diamond Jacks could go back online, but how? Next at 5, we're getting answers after voters in southeast Louisiana rejected the idea of that Bossier Casino moving to their community. Destruction and death across multiple states, over 70 now confirmed dead after nearly 24 tornadoes across the heartland. Next at 5, a closer look at the damage, plus how we can help those storm victims.
And rain will be possible for us here in the Arklatex just about every single day as we go up toward your weekend. I'll be breaking down what we can expect coming up in your forecast.
Broadcasting live, KSLA News 12 starts now.
All right, thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Warner. So what happened? It seemed like the odds of the Diamond Jacks casino license moving from Bossier City way down south to St. Tammany Parish was a done deal until voters overwhelmingly voted no, that they don't want a casino. So now Diamond Jacks could be forced by law to reopen within the next 2 months. But that's easier said than done. If you've just driven by the place, you know what we're talking about. KSLA News 12's Destiny Patterson live outside the fenced-off casino, as you can see there. And you learned just a short time ago, if deadlines aren't met, they are forced to take quick action. The company that owns that casino could lose their license.
That's right, Doug. Like you said, this building has been closed for about a year and a half now, and the Louisiana Gaming Control Board tells me that if they don't open soon, then they could lose that license, like you said. And that's because all this time when we were waiting for voters in that election, the license has been dormant all this time. So since they voted no, the clock started ticking yesterday, the day after that election, and now they'll be required to open within 60 days. Studies earlier suggested that our market was oversaturated with casinos. I talked to the Greater Bossier Economic Development Foundation, and it begs the question, how is this casino going to be able to even find workers once they're ready and able to reopen?
Across the market, it's already difficult to try to find employees to go to work in different trades. So you're starting from scratch, and to operate a facility of that size and scope, you're going to have to bring several hundred people in to operate. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited about the opportunity of bringing more jobs to the area, absolutely. We'll see what happens to make that happen.
When Diamond Jacks closed last May, nearly 350 workers were laid off, and the casino sold just about everything in it. So like you said, it's going to be a tough job to get this back reopened. We asked your thoughts about it coming back to Bossier City. I'll have that part of the story coming up at 6. Destiny Patterson reporting, KSLA News 12.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We've got some of those clouds just continuing to build their way up throughout the Arklatex. Not really seeing very much rain. In fact, when we zoom in on live first look Doppler, these are super light showers, and they're all over on the far eastern Texas, where most of these are just not even reaching the surface. They're just evaporating beforehand. And so therefore, if you're going to be out and about for any evening plans, I don't think you're actually going to need an umbrella. Temperature is still on the mild side. We're all around in the 60s, 65 here in Shreveport, 62 to Queen, now at 59 to Idabel, 63 Center, and 65 over in Natchitoches. Here's a live look outside from John Harvey toward Skycam in Bossier City. We've got all those clouds around, but every now and then we'll get a few peaks of the sunshine in between those clouds. Over the next 12 hours, this is out of Mansfield, Louisiana. We've got a couple of those showers possible tonight, although they're not going to last too long. Then we'll go back to mostly dry and temperatures staying very mild, only down to the mid-50s overnight tonight. Back in a few moments, I'll be having details about a warming trend, plus all the rain that'll be on its way in your first look forecast.
The age range is 5 months to 86 years, and 6 are younger than 18.
That's the governor of Kentucky struggling to come to terms himself that a 5-year-old is one of over 70 killed during Friday's tornado outbreak across multiple states. Well, today, KSLA News 12's Taylor Davis spoke with a reporter from our sister station, KFVS, out of Cape Girardeau. They've been extensively covering these storms and the damage as they share a firsthand account of the devastation Kentucky in particular is dealing with right now.
Oh my God, it literally looks like a war zone. Noel Williams says pictures and videos do not tell the story of how devastating these deadly tornadoes were over the weekend. The twisters hit 6 states and left some cities unrecognizable. She describes her view of Mayfield, Kentucky.
You just see both sides, just damage on both sides of the streets. Pretty much every building is gone. Power lines are down. I think I saw so many brick houses that were just, they weren't houses anymore, they're just bricks.
She spoke to a victim trapped inside this candle factory during the storm.
I was able to speak to one woman who was inside the candle factory, and she was looking for her boyfriend. Unfortunately, they found him and he didn't make it.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear said at least 74 people are dead and many still unaccounted for in the state alone. Back here in the Arklatex, Tommy Giles with Shreveport Volunteer Network says it's time to help the Heartland recover.
I don't know how we can't give back to another community or other states for that matter who have responded to helping us during all of our hurricanes. And so we have so many people that have already reached out to us and from other states wanting to know how can we give.
If you'd like to donate, you can drop those items off right here at the Shreveport Volunteer Network's warehouse on Jewella Avenue, Monday through Saturday. In Shreveport, Taylor Davis, KSLA News 12.
And tonight, unimaginable heartbreak for 2 Bossier Parish families after their 2 fathers were killed in an East Texas crash. But we have a chance to help them out. Troopers tell us Caleb Hamby and Gabriel Webb were traveling in the same pickup truck. They had stopped behind one big rig on State Highway 315. That rig was waiting to make a turn. This is just outside of Carthage. The driver of a second 18-wheeler rear-ended their pickup truck. The 2 men from Houghton were killed. Both big rig drivers are recovering in the hospital. The GoFundMe account has been set up to help the Hamby and Gabriel families. You can find that link in our story on our app. The trial of 4 Shreveport police officers in connection in the death of Tommy McLaughlin Jr., who died while in police custody. That case has been pushed back. SPD officers Treona McCarter, Brian Ross, Demaria Johnson, and James McClare, all indicted on charges of negligent homicide and malfeasance in office. The criminal trial was originally scheduled to begin today. Prosecutors claim excessive force was used against McLaughlin and that the officers failed to get him proper medical attention. Lawyers for the police officers filed motions last month asking the judge to dismiss all the charges. A hearing on that motion to set a new trial date is scheduled for January 20th.